Today we're making Gambas al Ajillo, Spanish garlic shrimp. When done right, the shrimp are plump and juicy and the sauce is pure garlic poetry. Most restaurant versions fall far short of that, so it's time to take matters into your own hands. This recipe is loosely based on the one Kenji Alt wrote for SeriousEats.com, which happens to be my favorite online culinary publication. The link is below the video. Unless you have access to local, awesomely fresh shrimp, it is best to buy your shrimp frozen. In Boston, where I live, majority of the shrimp in the fish counters that appear to be not frozen are simply defrosted, sometimes several days ago. I find that I get best results when I buy my shrimp still frozen and shell on. It's a bit more work to peel them, but they won't be mangled and torn. These ones are wild Gulf shrimp from Whole Foods. I have about a pound here. You can certainly defrost them in the fridge overnight, but I find that placing them in cold water for 30 minutes and changing the water halfway through does the trick equally well and removes the need to plan ahead. While our shrimp are defrosting, let's prep the garlic. We'll prepare it 3 ways to get all the nuanced complexity out of this glorious allium. Let's whack all the cloves gently to loosen the skins and peel them. You also want to trim the root end. We'll crush one of the cloves and use it to infuse our oil. This will give us very mild, sweet garlic notes. We'll grate another clove on a microplane zester and use it to marinate the shrimp. This will give us bright, slightly spicy garlic notes. And we'll slice the remaining garlic into thin slivers to fry in oil. They'll turn earthy and nutty. Isn't it amazing how you can get all this complexity from one ingredient? We also need to chop some parsley for garnish. My shrimp are now defrosted and drained. When you peel your shrimp, don't discard the shells. They are loaded with crustacean aroma and we'll use them to infuse the oil. I like to put both the shrimp and shells on a double layer of paper towel to dry them off. If you cook them wet, the splatter will be unbelievable. I prefer to take the tails off because I find them to be a nuisance when eating, but if you can't live without the cute tails, leave them on. In terms of size, these are 21-25 shrimp, which means there are 21 to 25 shrimp per pound. I like the size for this dish, but you can certainly use other sizes as long as you adjust the cooking time. Oh, and I don't bother deveining shrimp. I've never had that tiny vein ruin the flavor, and keeping the shrimp together helps them cook more evenly. Put the shrimp into a dry bowl. Add the garlic paste you got out of your microplane zester. 3/4 teaspoons Diamond Crystal Kosher Salt. Use your judgment if using other salts, you might only need half as much. 1/4 teaspoon sugar and mix it all very well. Let the shrimp sit for 15 to 20 minutes. Let's put the shrimp shells and crushed garlic into a 10-inch skillet. Stainless steel, non-stick, or any other material works for this dish. And add 1/2 cup of olive oil. I'm using the oil I saved from tortilla de patatas. And because it was refrigerated, it looks a bit solid. Set it over medium-low heat and cook until the shells are red, garlic is golden, and the whole thing is insanely aromatic. A pinch of red chili flakes gives this dish nice, spicy warmth. You can use as much or as little as you want. Stir the shells occasionally to make sure they are toasting evenly. If you're pressed for time, you can certainly skip this oil infusion step. The only thing it gets you is aroma, but oh, what an aroma it is! Strain the shells and oil into a bowl. Discard all the solids. Wipe the skillet clean and return the oil from the bowl to the skillet. Set it over medium heat, add the slivered garlic and cook until just starting to color. Try to separate the garlic pieces with tongs so that they cook evenly. They're just starting to turn golden, so I'll turn down the heat to medium-low and add the shrimp. If you're cooking more than a pound of shrimp, you'll need to use a larger skillet. Quickly spread them out so that each shrimp touches the pan. Cook for 1 minute without shaking or moving. At this point, the underside should look pink. Flip and cook 1 more minute. That's it, just 2 minutes on low heat. If your shrimp turns stringy and chewy, your heat is too high and your timing is too long. The other side is pink and they're ready to come out. Immediately remove them from the pan to stop the cooking. Give them a squirt of lemon. Pour all the garlicky oil over top. Sprinkle with parsley and a pinch of coarse salt. And serve. I put them into the carbon steel skillet for the sake of presentation and a cute picture. Be careful about leaving them in the same pan you used to cook them in. Many pans, especially cast iron and carbon steel, retain heat for a long time and can overcook your shrimp even if you take them off heat. I'm going to put these on garlic and tomato rubbed toast because nothing works better for mopping up the shrimp juice and garlic oil. Now that you know how to cook tortilla de patatas and gambas al ajillo, all you need is serrano ham, a good bottle of Rioja, and you can host your very own tapas party. For more thoughtfully reimagined classics, don't forget to subscribe to Helen's Kitchen channel, and if you're ever in the Boston area, maybe I'll see you in one of my classes.